What up, everybody? I'm your host, JP, and this is my co-host, Josh.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
I literally did a grand dramatic pause.
I'm the co-host, Josh. Nice to meet you.
This is another episode of the FilmBros podcast. All right, before we get started, like I always do, first things first, I want to give a shout out to all the new listeners out there.
Yes.
I want to say thank you guys for tuning in, giving us a chance, letting us fulfill your day, or at least your hour, whatever. You know, if we leave a lasting impression, that's even more better for us. With that, we want our interactions up, so you guys want to talk to us, you guys want to suggest a movie for us to review, if you guys got a topic that you guys want us to talk about on this podcast, if you guys want to support us in a big way, Josh, let them know where they can let us know.
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at FilmBros Podcast. We post our new episodes are up. You can help us out there. That's not what I wanted to say at all. Recommend a movie or show or whatever you want us to talk about over there on those socials. Support us in a big way. Buzzsprout. The link is in those bios. Subscribers get special perks and things made only for subscribers. So you help us out and you get nice things on the side that other people don't get. So
Perkies.
Exactly. And yeah, that's all. That's it.
Yeah. Always comment, like, subscribe. As always.
Exactly.
There's always more episodes for you guys to listen to
Exactly.
right now, whenever you guys are done. Not right now. Finish this episode first. And then go back and go listen.
Don't stop midway. Like
Yeah.
It's awkward. It's awkward.
Yeah. We're already here.
Yeah.
In
your ears.
Yeah, now I kind of feel awkward bringing it up and having to take it away. Anyways, let's just go ahead and start jumping into these conversations. And one of the first conversations that we're gonna have is what I find to be a satisfying moment for me. Maybe your villain arc in the making. I don't know. I'm going to take you guys back real quick. I'm going to paint a picture, okay? There's Josh, all right? Let's say, when did the Flush come out? Came out in...
May?
In May?
Yeah.
In May?
April. January, February, March, April.
Oh, yeah, April, and it stayed for a month.
Yeah.
Wound up leaving in July or something like that. No, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, your timetable's right, yeah.
No, June. It came out in June.
Really?
Yeah, June, it came out in July.
Oh, yeah,
It wound up leaving. Okay, so, take you back to a time before the Flush came out, about 9 months prior, maybe about 8 months, whatever. We had an excited Josh, all right? We had an excited Josh who was excited.
Optimistic.
For the Flash, okay? And what the future of the DC had held. And then you guys remember me being the one like, no, you got to hear me out. Listen to reason, come back down to reality. One of the things that was propagated and pushed out when the movie first came out was the budget. The budget coming out really low after everything that we've heard, right? First of all, we're already getting lied to, right? We're told Tom Cruise said this is the movie we needed right now. No, it wasn't. Stephen King said it was the best movie. James Gunn said it was the best comic book movie of 2023. We heard all these lies, okay? So when we heard the budget, I said, that didn't sound right. And they roughly gave us an estimate about like 200 to 220 million for the budget, plus advertisement, which they said was another like 80 mil or so. So that rounded up to about 300 million. Now word and reports are coming up saying that 300 mil that they were talking about had nothing to do with advertisement. And that was just pure production costs, money for reshoots. Obviously, this movie has been through different iterations. It's insane that they even lied about this in the first place. We already knew that it took some kind of money to make this movie happen. Now it's coming into light of day that this movie took 300 million, and it only came out of theaters, wound up making about 268 million. So way below. Yeah. And 300 million is not even accounting advertisement, and you said it I think a couple episodes ago that it wasn't even a lot of advertisement. So I don't know where they got 80 million from, but yeah, they lied.
Well, I would imagine just from the Super Bowl alone, when they had that. That's probably a good chunk of that shit.
Oh yeah.
10 seconds of airtime is like $1 million.
$30 million.
Yeah, like I'd imagine that's what hurt them in the long run. Because they didn't start promoting it until after that.
Yeah.
And then it was just like small clips here and there.
Well, yeah, because the Super Bowl was supposed to give everybody like that, Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. Everybody's gonna be like, tuned in.
Gas it up. 300 mil though. Most movies pass that nowadays with no effort.
That's not true. I think like regular superhero movies now are about 200 million, and I think they pass 300 mil. But I think those are the more heavier. Obviously, but I guess what studios are banking on. I would assume that Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame had some kind of
they had more
production costs.
I'm sure they had more. I think the first Avengers had roughly about a 300 million budget.
No, that one had only 180.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, that shit looks like a TV show. I mean,
that one aged poorly. That one aged poorly.
It did kind of age a little bit poorly.
That one aged poorly.
But you got to understand, Paramount was fronting the bill at the time.
Yeah.
Marvel was almost in debt. It is what it is. But regardless, DC put in 300 million.
God damn.
To leave us in a confused state by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, leave us with some daunting CGI. Some very, I would use the word horrific. CGI,
disrespectful grave robbing.
Yeah, I spit on them. Very, very, very. I don't.
Left me angry.
I would say not angry, but just very.
Oh no,
robbed.
100%. No. You know me. I was pissed.
Yeah. Well, you were pissed because, like I said, happy Josh had to turn into no angry Josh.
No.
But if this movie was everything that you were hoping it to be, you would have been like, oh yeah, you didn't see the movie.
Oh yeah, but like half the time, like even before that, I was just coming to the realization that what if it's not everything is cracked up to be? Because they showed a lot of the same stuff in the trailers and all that, and then by the end of it, I was like,
Yeah, you're making it sound over there like you came to the realization.
I did.
What?
Like right before.
My boy, like if I wasn't chiseling at your brain for a good 7 months, what are you talking about?
Well, yeah, you were, but like it wasn't until when after you chipping away, I was just like, damn, what if it's not the best thing in the world? And then it wasn't. It was worse.
What if James Gunn is lying to me?
Oh man.
What if Tom Cruise is lying to me?
300 mil is crazy, and like I said, I like to think most superhero movies crack that unless you're like pissing the bed hard, like Ant-Man and Quantumania.
Oh, you mean
Shazam.
Make it back?
Yeah,
They make the money
most
back.
movies I think hit around 300
Oh,
mil.
I thought you meant like budget wise. I thought you meant like most movies usually spend like 300 mil budget. You need to clarify, man. The viewers thought the same thing.
That's what I meant.
100% they thought the same thing.
I thought
they're shaking their head right now like,
okay.
We thought the same
Well,
thing.
that meant is the return, obviously. Well, like most movies average out close to 500 mil past their budget, depending. A good 300 mil on top of what they paid for the movie.
It depends. It really does depend, and especially in this kind of
Wasp. No.
Well, they made 400.
Well, they failed though.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's paint a picture. Okay. Like I think we talked about this before, but just to kind of give you a refresher when it comes to like box office and all that. So Marvel and Disney itself, I feel, created this askew vision of what the box office is supposed to look like, because I believe from like 2016 or 2017 up until 2019,
they were dominating the fuck out of that. I
swear to God, every year they had $1 billion movie. They were pumping out something $1 billion, and I think that's where everybody was like, if it doesn't crack $1 billion, it's not successful, because for some reason. So then COVID happened, and then that's when numbers started actually getting weird, and they were like, oh, they're not making $1 billion. So the way that I see it is, you make $1 billion, that's like A++ type of shit. Anything above $1 billion, you're doing laps around the fucking park at that point. You're already done what you needed to do. You're good. About $600 to $900 million range, that is great. That is a good portion of like chunk of change that you're making. About 400 to 500. That's moderate. That's about, I would say, that's about if like a brand new movie that's very obscure that is really actually good and word of mouth is doing really good, like about 400 to 500. And if you're barely scraping the bottom of the barrel, you're making like 300 to 400.
Well, yeah, no. Well, I mean, even then, that's all around the budget, right? Like Like Avatar: Way of Water, what they said, they were like, oh, it was around 2 billion or whatever the fuck they said, and that bitch ended up surpassing it heavily, right? And like that would certify it an A once you hitting your mark is average, and then going above your mark is obviously A plus.
Well, you got to understand too, studios don't want to even out. So if it's 300 mil, you make 300 mil at the box office. That's technically they didn't make 300 mil because you got to think movie theaters take their cut, and then obviously distribution takes their cut as well. Yeah. So they're left with a little bit less if it's evened out. So they got to make a little bit more. I would say if a budget's about 200 million, they got to make about 300 million more than that. Mm-hmm. And that's only because of advertisement and everything. So I would say they have to make 100 million or at least 50, half a mil more than whatever their targeted amount is.
I think a lot of these problems though with the budget and things like that with superhero movies, at least a lot of it would help if they just return back to basics. I feel, you know what I mean? I feel like every movie's trying to be this CGI fest and whatnot, and that's kind of not what you should be doing on your first run. Like, yeah, you have the money, but use it wisely. You know what I mean? Like, not every superhero needs a tech suit, whatever, the one that fuck is it called?
Like a nanomite?
Yeah, nano tech suit. There you go. Not every superhero needs that. Mm-hmm. Not every superhero movie needs a cool suit up scene. Like, I guess the best way to put it into perspective is like, think about Deadpool, right? Granted, they didn't have the money for it, but they were gonna, if they had it, they were gonna use it on a big shootout battle. But no, they focused on Negasonic Change Warhead. Fuck was his name? The Russian.
There was a big Colossus.
There
was a big ass CGI fight scene in the beginning of the movie.
Well, yeah, that was like where most of it went.
I think you're right. With a lot of superhero movies, though, they try to go for spectacle over storytelling. Mm-hmm. I really don't want to jump the gun or anything like that, but we do have a Rebel Moon trailer later on with Zack Snyders Rebel Moon, the new Netflix one, mm-hmm. and I'm hearing good things about it. And when you hear, I feel like every time I bring up Zack Snyder, you guys are just like, "Oh my god, fucking!" That's not what I'm doing. It's just, it's hard to say because there's not a lot of superhero directors that are looking for that character arc. Mm-hmm. They're looking for spectacle. Yeah, and spectacle is nice, and I guess one thing that kind of shows you what spectacle does if you do it for too long. Look at the Fast and the Furious franchise. They've done spectacle after spectacle after spectacle. At this point, people are just done. By the time I think it left the box office, I think it only made like about 500 mil.
It barely crossed its mark, yeah.
Yeah, so it's, you could really burn out. And I think that's what's happening with superhero movies. And I think that's why a movie like this got the inflation that it did, because one is reshoots and everything that was happening. Yeah. Two is obviously the spectacle that needs to happen. Mm. And even if they had to do reshoots and that directly affected the spectacle part, that is costly right there, my boy. Like that is so costly. Well,
yeah,
so
obviously, yeah, this movie is a bad example only because of the hell it's been put through.
This movie is everything you should not do.
Basically. Like if you could teach a course.
Yeah, like this is the example, right?
Like not even like the technical stuff, like I guess actors and stuff, but CGI and like things behind the scenes, because it takes money to call everyone back and reshoot and then have people stitch up CGI that they thought they finished, but you're like, nah, we had to reshoot that, so here's a fresh scene with none of the shit that you did before, and then so on and so forth. Makeup and things like that. Zod was, like a lot of those things are just things that come out of the paycheck.
Yeah.
Paychecks that people aren't seeing,
and a lot of the times too, a lot of people don't know how to shoot CGI well, and that's an issue too. But
like if I could just, I guess the best thing about it would be like the earlier 2000 superhero movies. I think about, I guess the best one that comes to mind, not just Deadpool, but like the first Spider-Man movie,
Daredevil.
Right? Well, Daredevil had a lot of CGI, but that's only because of the echolocation thing.
Yeah,
and
and obviously the stunts.
Yeah, they try to do their best. You gotta applaud them for that. But I guess the best one would be like the early X-Men one, Spider-Man. They kept it minimal. Only CGI'd him swinging when it was time to take the mask off. They took the mask off. And then in the second one, they went big. Same thing with the third one. Like you should be building up to that budget. Don't run with your first one and then be like, oh, let's make it this big spectacle. Like, no, you should want to draw in audiences with a story first. Give them that battle, and then the second one, when they're like, oh, you did really good with the first one, ball out on the second one, because now we got to make that return.
Yep.
And then, they go on and so on and so forth. But the Flash just was like not it. They just didn't hit the mark at all.
Could not have said it better myself. It is what it is. Like we said in our last episode, the Flush being WB's biggest flop, and them confirming that it was a $300 million budget, just that confirms in itself how catastrophic this movie was and how wrong studios are, because they thought this movie, they put all their chips in on this one. They said this was the hand. We have no bluffs behind this. This is the movie that is going to make so much money. People are going to love this shit.
Yeah.
And shit the bed.
I ain't love it.
Yeah.
I did not love it.
You did not. And you were actually the biggest fan, so it is what it is. But
WB put me in my villain arc for them.
I'm telling you.
The banes of my existence, these guys. I don't know. The Flash movie could have been something different. And who knows?
Something precious.
Yeah, who knows what it could have been under Zack, under the few directors that it had before. Like, it could have been this thing, but like too many hands cooking this bitch, and then at the end of it, they were just like, here you go. It is what it is. Is it a little bloody? Sure.
I wonder if this is really gonna affect like Ezra Miller's career. I like him as an actor, so I mean, I would have hoped he would have came out unscathed. I would have hoped that he would have came out with at least a little bit of money out of this movie. I guess that was like my optimistic part, but
I think he'll be alright. I think the ones that'll end up taking the hit,
Sasha
Calle, Michael Keaton.
I know you really you said before that you liked her performance. How do you feel now that you've gave it some time?
I still like her. She just deserves more screen time.
Shut the hell up.
Wow, how are you gonna ask me and then tell me to shut the hell up?
Yeah,
what kind of disrespectful shit is that?
Just like that. Moving on.
No, I'm not done.
Okay, go.
Because you don't get to do that to me. I liked it. I think she deserved more. She should have shined a little bit brighter than Keaton, I feel. But yeah, she was aight.
Moving on.
Now you can move on.
Oh, I was moving on before you.
Well, now you can move on. Go ahead.
No, but I was doing it before.
Okay, I don't care. Go ahead.
All right, yeah. But if you want, if you want to go ahead and let off some steam, Zachary Levi's right here as your punching bag, and he makes it fairly easy.
Again?
Oh man, again. He lives.
He's always like in the news
just
doing
saying some dumb shit. So the other day we had a rumor for you guys from My Time to Shine. Hello, wound up coming out saying that a live action remake of Tangled was in the works, but has stopped because obviously the strikes are happening. But I guess who was in the running for that and being eyed to be the lead role to play Rapunzel was Florence Pugh. Mm-hmm. I guess Zachary Levi got a hold of the news, and as we all know, he played the infamous, the best Disney prince, Flynn Rider. So he says, self-proclaimed by Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
I find the video kind of corny, but I'm gonna show it to you anyways.
Okay.
Because I think it's hilarious. Here we go. Okay, wait, hold on. Before we go, my man's a goofball, so just get ready, guys. All right, here we go.
Production, what if you could be in any Disney Broadway production? What would it be, and who would you want to play?
Well, so here's the thing. So I've had people come up to me for years now because there's always been like these rumors of, will there be like a Tangled Broadway show? The movie with the hair Broadway show. That was a genuine slip. And or a live action version of said movie. But they go, you're gonna be the guy that you played in the thing, right? You're gonna do that, and I, as much as I am honored that they would want me to continue playing the best prince ever. You're fucking it right. Because Eugene for the initiated. But yeah, I mean, listen, I would love almost all of the roles I played. To do another iteration or another iteration. I loved playing them, so I would love to do it. But also, I am, per the story, Rapunzel is 17 turning 18.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Not that I haven't been younged down for some other roles, but I don't know. Like, there was a rumor that Florence Pugh, so there was this thing floating around the internet, I just saw it earlier, actually, somebody sent me that Florence Pugh would potentially might play the role of Rapunzel. And if Florence played Rapunzel, maybe. Which would also be a trip, because my real last name is Pugh, by the way, it's P-U-G. My name is Zachary Levi Pugh. So you'd have a Pew Pew in Tangled? Come on! I mean, the movie? So that would be really fun. But...
Are you laughing at what he's saying? Are you genuinely laughing at what this guy's saying?
No, I'm laughing at...
What side are you on?
I'm laughing at his corny ass remarks, I guess, yeah. Not at his actual jokes. He's not that funny. But, I mean, I don't think so. I think he's kind of old. Like he was just saying.
Yeah.
He's obviously too old to play Flynn Rider. I don't know. And even then, I think him and Florence Pugh probably wouldn't match up chemistry-wise.
Florence Pugh just like, I seen Shazam too. Yeah, no, this guy is just, I don't know. He's a big cornball. That whole Pew Pew thing, when I first seen this clip, I was like, you are such a cheeseball. I can't, bro. I can't. So the thing is that's one thing. I know a lot of people were making it a big deal on the interwebs, talking about, oh yeah, he's like 50 years old. How the fuck is he gonna do that? I'm like, I don't think he's 50, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah, they can make him look younger or whatever.
Movie magic
works, but I would think that they would find somebody that would, you know, fit the role a little bit better. What I want to know is why this man is not only skirting the fine line of promoting movies during a strike as well, and skirting it bad, by the way. Like he's he's doing those you know, the police exercises when they're trying to make trying to find out if you're drunk or not.
Yes.
He's doing that heel to toe shit.
He's walking
and he's like going side to side. He's drunk as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, Tangled. Oh, I mean, the one with the hair. It's like, oh, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, you just, like, you don't know what you're doing. Like, he knows exactly what he's doing. And for him to play that game, I'm just like, yeah, man, no decency with this guy.
Yeah, no. It's obvious that he's trying to do all that, too. Because even then, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? It sounded like he was tiptoeing.
Like, he was trying to promote, but, like...
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Damn. He can get fined for that shit, right?
He could. If they, you know, if they can prove that he was actually trying to promote a movie.
Is it promoting if it's already out and it's like been made?
It's a major studio movie, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're
Disney movie.
Yeah. What if somebody never heard of the movie Tangled?
That's true.
I didn't even know he played.
Well, I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that at all.
The voice didn't hit until after he said that, and I was like, oh yeah, he did, huh? Yeah.
I still haven't. I don't remember.
But yeah. Yeah. I just think he's too old. There's no way. And again, movie magic can totally change that, I guess. But maybe at that point it's just time to let it go. Go and do something else. Move on from playing in Spy Kids and all this and that. Like, take your career seriously, maybe.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. If you guys want to see the whole video, it's on YouTube. Go look it up. It's you could probably look it up. Zachary Levi talking about Florence Pugh, whatever. It's the him making a remark and him getting praised for that remark, and he kind of just looks in the crowd like, yeah, they fucking love me. They fucking love me. And this is why he thinks like he's this hot shit, because he looks in this like tiny, you can't even see the crowd, but it's like, I'm sure it's a tiny crowd. It looks like a tiny space, and he's just like, yeah, fucking kill it. He was practicing that pew pew thing all fucking night, bro. All fucking night.
He was just waiting for the
question. He was waiting for it. He knew it was coming up.
Yeah,
he said, "This is gonna be my stinge." I've never heard this man say that he had Pugh as his last name. I've never heard that before in my life.
Zachary Levi Pugh? What the hell? That just didn't sound cool. So they were like, Zachary Levi.
Now all of a sudden he, because Florence Pugh, it is what it is. This guy, I just find him to be a giant cornball, and I just love.
Yeah.
It's like a free target practice when we talk about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too easy.
It's because he's always in the fucking news talking about shit he shouldn't be talking about.
See, and here's the thing too, is that it's not just only that he shouldn't be talking about it, but at the same time, it's like I said, it's the whole knowing that you shouldn't be doing something, but you're still going out to do it. You're not supposed to be promoting, but you're still promoting.
Yeah.
Oh, loosely promoting, but you're still doing it. And he's the type of guy to be like, no, I wasn't doing that, but we got you on video. Nah, I'm telling you that's not what I meant. You know, I don't like that. He just looks like, I don't know. I honestly think, and you guys, I don't care, because you, even for the new listeners out there, why you guys are thinking, oh, like, why are you digging into Zachary Levi so much? Listen here, you guys go look up that video he did after Shazam, and you tell me that this man does not deserve to get picked on.
He was, yeah. If you guys can't remember everything after Shazam 2, his desperateness, I guess you can call it, was really showing after the fact. It's not a good look for this man. I think he's forever tainted because of those things he was saying and what he was doing, especially trying to actively kiss James Gunn's ass to stay in the DCU.
That was the worst.
Like, it doesn't work, and I think that's why he's this easy target, because not only is he saying this shit, but he's tainted. He's tainted because he couldn't just take it on the chin and move forward. The Rock couldn't take it on the chin either, but you know, I think after he had time to clarify it, and I think he was I think we covered it when he was talking to Kevin Hart about it. Like he found clarity, and he understood, like, he couldn't strong arm his way into it, and I think now he's just more like, okay, it is what it is. But Zachary Levi, I still feel like if James Gunn would be like, hey, you want to be Shazam, he'd be like, oh yeah, like, give me a third try.
See, when The Rock does it, he looks like somebody who's gonna stand his ground, and they'll hear him out. When Zachary Levi does it, it sounds like oh, Peter Safran, you want to go to this vacation with me or whatever? I'll pay. Yeah. I'll pay for this or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so, you know, Peter, over dinner, we should have some conversations about my future within the DCU. Like, that's to me what I feel Levi does.
Yeah.
That's probably, like, exactly what he does. And I'm just over it. I'm over it with this man. Moving on, though. Sad days, sad times. Sounds like to us that we're no longer going to be hearing a certain Mario voice by Charles Martinet. He is the OG voice of Mario before Chris Pratt decided to come out in that new $1 billion 2023 movie. Actually, speaking of that, it's no longer the highest grossing movie of 2023, the Super Mario Bros. It is now Barbie. Today, actually, at the time of recording this, it has reigned supreme. So it is now the highest grossing movie of 2023, Barbie. But Charles Martinet has now moved on from the role. And in my opinion, and I'll tell you what I think they're doing in a second, but Nintendo put out a statement, and I'm going to read it for you guys. Charles Martinet has been the original voice of Mario in the Nintendo games for a long time. As far back as Super Mario 64, Charles is now moving into the brand new role of Mario Ambassador. With this transition, he will be stepping back from recording character voices for the games, but he'll continue to travel the world sharing the joy of Mario and interacting with you all. It has been an honor working with Charles to help bring Mario to life for so many years, and we want to thank and celebrate him. Please keep an eye out for our special video message from Shigeru Miyamoto and Charles himself, which we will post at a future date. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's kind of sad. I guess, yeah, it is sad, but at the same time, I don't play too much Mario games, but I guess it would be a little weird to hear someone else be it. I guess it's kind of like, to put into perspective, like if you couldn't hear the original voice of Optimus Prime anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh, or
if
for
you can't hear,
for
let
you,
them come.
For you, what's his name? That's stepping back from being Darth Vader? Or voicing Darth Vader?
Oh, James Earl Jones.
Yeah, like it's kind of like that, just to put it into perspective.
And you know, see, you said the sad part, right? Where, you know, we're moving away from an era. Now here I come with the doom and gloom. They are retiring my boy. Nintendo said, you are too old. We're done with this. They saw, in my opinion, they saw how good Super Mario did, and how they were able to change the voice with Chris Pratt. Listen here. And so they were like, well, if we can reinvent Mario, we don't necessarily need him and pay him so much money. People will accept Mario in a different voice, right? So I think because he's older, they basically said it himself. He's going to be going touring, interacting with y'all. Bro, he's literally going on these fucking bogus-ass Comic-Con things, signing shit. Oh, wahoo! He's going to hit a wahoo every once in a while and go home paid, which sounds like an easy gig. But at the end of the day, he would be getting paid more, in my opinion. Maybe they made him a slick salary deal with becoming this ambassador or something like that. They had to have, like, talked them into it somehow, but I think that they're just retiring my boy, and it sucks. And I think the success of the Super Mario Bros. Movie kind of pushed that. If you can see my twisted mind.
Well, yeah, but why are you like this? Why can't you just be like, oh yeah, no, it's nice that he's going or whatever. Hopefully the new guy can step in the shoes. You're just
because
like, oh no, it's a marketing ploy. Your brain just starts flaring.
Because I figured out Hollywood to the point where I know they don't do shit without some intention. There is no sad shit unless there's something behind all of that.
I don't know. I mean, that could be the case. Obviously, behind closed doors on the hushy hush. But I think either way, we're still losing a voice actor.
Yeah. So. It's still a sad day. We're still moving on from an era. It's not easy to just say goodbye to somebody. But I think, I guess we would have to wait and hear from the horse's mouth. Obviously, when they post the actual video of him saying goodbye or whatever. Yeah. I think then we'll get a sense of if he's really wanting to say goodbye or is he being, told to say goodbye. And, depending on, obviously things are going to come out in a couple years of him doing this. He's going to come out later on and be like, well, I wish I could still have been doing it or something. Yeah. And we'll hear something come out. But I hope it's that. Okay, guys, so you guys don't think I'm all doom and gloom. But, I hope it's just a good bye, farewell. It's just the way they typed it, too. It doesn't really spell out oh, we're doing right by him either. And maybe that's just business Nintendo, whatever way they put it. But with this transition, he will be stepping back from recording character voices for our games, but he'll continue to travel the world, sharing the joy of Mario and interacting with them. The voices of our games, why didn't they say he will, his beloved voice will still carry on? Maybe they'll do what they did with obviously Obi-Wan, where they just mimic James Earl Jones' voice or whatever, and put those in games, saying that it'll live on forever like it's supposed to. Because even Lucasfilm did something like that when they decided that when James Earl Jones was like, "Oh, I'm retiring," Disney was kind of like, "Oh, we're still gonna use his voice. Yeah. We're just gonna keep it alive with obviously generated. Obviously, AI is something that helps with that now, but." Yeah,
AI is crazy, but yeah, I guess, and I think eventually it'll come down and be like, oh, who's this new guy voicing Mario?
Mm-hmm. And then Chris Pratt,
and then it'll be a lot of is he just as good, if that makes any sense? Because we've had this guy for a long time, long time. Mario 64, damn, bro, over 30 years, man. These games are older than you. God damn.
Barely older than me.
Yeah.
By about 4 years.
Yeah. Damn.
Why you say? I swear to God, I swear to God, bro. I swear to God.
Like that. I mean, like, damn, you got a lot of wisdom. Damn.
Oh, I'm just full of it. Damn. I just wanna. Is this episode over yet? No. We're moving on. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Another rumor in the rumor mill. Man, I'm so sad. Another rumor in the rumor mill. A new Ghost Rider potentially was in development. So this is coming from the scooper My Time to Shine. Hello. And it's funny to me that all these scoops are starting to come out, especially from certain people. That's why I always say take it with a grain of salt, because during the strikes, it just seems people are just saying shit to just say shit. I got another topic dealing with that coming up after this. But My Time to Shine. Hello. Basically tweeted out saying that a new Ghost Rider solo project was in development pre-strikes. They will move forward with it post-strike. And that's easy to say, right? That's easy to say. Yeah. That's easy to be like, oh, yeah, they were talking about it. Mm-hmm. Now, all of a sudden, they're not talking about it. It's like, isn't that how it works? So, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. But with this in mind, do you have somebody in mind to play Ghost Rider?
Honestly, I think the dude, just the guy that played him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Maybe he's too old now because it has been a minute, but Robbie Reyes would be my pick.
Oh, the Latino dude with the muscle car?
Yeah. And I know there's probably a me thing, because Johnny's he's been around longer, and he would be your Ghost Rider, I guess.
Johnny Blaze, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, he's Robbie is mine technically because he's newer or whatever.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind seeing him Johnny replies his mental. I'm sorry, I am wired off this Red Bull. Fuck. I'm trying to just get my shit together, but the Red Bull's fucking me up.
Okay. To the moon.
Like, if we could see them together, that'd be sick. Like a passing down the mantle kind of thing, because kind of like what they did with him in the first one with the dude that was on the horse. I can't remember his name. Like, do something like that. That would be kind of cool. But honestly, for Johnny, I couldn't pick.
No. So, but your pick would have to be Robbie.
Yeah. The guy,
Now,
the same guy that played him.
the same
show.
dude. But we would need a movie star actor. So you'd have to pick a movie star actor. Who do you think could play Robbie that's a movie star?
A Mexican actor that can play Robbie Reyes.
The dude that played Tano.
If he wasn't, no. Not even then, no. I don't think so.
No, not him.
Damn.
Namor.
Who could have done it? Damn. I feel like there's a bunch in my head, but I can't pick one because it's been a minute since I've seen them in anything.
I know he's a pretty boy, but I'd say Ryan Gosling as not Nicolas Cage, as Johnny Blaze. I know he's like a pretty boy, but I think if
I don't think can give him that rugged look.
Yeah.
And he has the blonde hair and everything.
Yeah, but I don't think he would actually go for something like that.
Obviously not. I don't think so.
But
I know, and then I know people were choosing like rugged actors for real to do it. Like I know they wanted Keanu Reeves or
they said Keanu Reeves,
the
Norman Reedus.
That guy, the guy that played Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl. Reedus.
I don't know, but even then, like I couldn't see them either.
No?
I feel like they were kind of too old. Norman Reedus only because I kind of don't fuck with him. Like I don't really like The Walking Dead, and so him as an actor is kind of.
I even played him at you played Death Stranding, the game he was in.
Yeah.
I didn't really like him in there either. Maybe he's just not my kind of actor. I don't think.
I feel like they're trying to give him a lot of like Western roles, and like that's just his one trick pony,
Well, yeah. That or the biker shit. That's why I think it was like an easy pick for them to like fan cast him as that. But I was like, we could do better.
Yeah,
we could probably do better.
Same thing with Keanu Reeves. I thought that was very lazy.
I honestly, because he's a superstar, but at the same time, it would be interesting. It would be kind of like an interesting take to see what he could probably bring if he's not lazy like he was in, Resurrection or whatever. If he did like some kind of spin on it, like he did with Constantine. That'd be pretty sick. Oh, yeah. Like, if he did something cool like that, but I don't know. I feel like Keanu Reeves is just Keanu Reeves at this point, and he's just here for a check at this point.
Basically, yeah.
Poor guy.
He's not in it for the long haul, I guess.
Yeah. I think he already knows, like, I already have multi-billion-dollar franchises.
Like, I'm waiting for John Wick 5 as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah. I died, but I know I'm coming back. They want money.
He's going to crawl his way out of hell, I'm telling you. He's going to just fight his way back.
They're gonna get his dog.
Oh man, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be a tough pick for sure. I feel.
Hey, what'd you guys do with the Rebel's dog?
Kill it. Yeah, Rebel.
But another rumor in the rumor mill that your boy James Gunn himself came out to shut down 100% is a rumor that apparently John Krasinski had won the role as the new Batman in the DCEU. That Nicholas Hoult was in the running, Jensen Ackles, and John Krasinski were all contenders. But that supposedly John Krasinski is the person that they want. And that prompted Gunn's response really quick. And he said, I don't know what you're talking about, but we don't even have a script, and there's a strike happening. So no casting.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
First of all, very rare W for James Gunn for finally fucking acknowledging the strike. I feel like this whole time he has not said anything about it whatsoever.
Oh no, he pumped out his Superman casting before the strike and then was like zip.
Yeah, like nothing at all. So I mean, very rare W for him for finally acknowledging and saying, this is the reason why we're not moving forward. I mean, it'd be logical, but at the same time, he could have just shut it up about it and just let people run wild with it.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, it's easy for people to just put stuff on the internet and people fall for it. That's why I say take it with a grain of salt. I have not found any backings for it. I do see on Reddit that people put this kind of stuff up. So that's why I feel like we can talk about it. But these sections, for sure, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But would you have wanted to see John Krasinski as the new Batman?
No.
Ears too big.
He doesn't have... What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, I don't know.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying, like... No, my Batman wouldn't have those big of ears.
He just doesn't have that Batman physique, I guess. And like, not physique. It's like it doesn't involve his body, but maybe his acting chops, I guess.
I don't feel like he has that Bruce Wayne in him.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was trying to say. Like it's like
he doesn't
the
have
chops and charisma to bring out a Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's such an odd pick. Like if I would have seen that just scrolling through Twitter, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Because I don't like Jensen Ackles as a pick. Nicholas Hoult, not so much either. Even after seeing him do good performances here and there.
In the menu.
After
seeing the menu, no.
I don't know. I feel like he'll always be Beast to me. And maybe that's just me, but he'll always be that nerd.
I think he cemented that. Yeah, that was just what he did on his own.
But yeah, I don't know
if this is basic, but I'd say Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know if he could bring out a Bruce Wayne, but I think a Batman for sure.
I think so. If it was anything like the Pattinson's Batman, I guess early on, kind of like how he was in Nightcrawler. It could be something like that. But he obviously we know he can get built. He's probably a solid pick. If he wasn't old, John Hamm. Yeah, he is an older cat. He would have to get an older Batman for that. And I think he said he wasn't doing older Batman, did he? No, just not older Superman. Yeah. He'll do an old Batman with a fourth Robin. but
with the whole Bat family, my boy.
But Superman, old Superman, that's where he draws the line, you stupid fuck.
Hey, man. Hey, chill, bro.
No. I told you. The Red Bull has me wired.
Zachary Levi's my punching bag. James Gunn is his for whatever reason. And he's the one who's handling his DC.
Exactly. And I was a big fan up
Didn't
until
you ever
he showed
hear
up.
that don't fuck with the waiter that's handling your food?
Yeah, well,
they're going to hit you with a big old hatui.
I can quite literally see my hibachi chef, and he's fucking it up in front of me. No. I'm going to be like, sir, is that supposed to be burning? Like, it doesn't work. But yeah, I think if I had to pick someone, even though I know he's older, obviously, but John Hamm would have been my pick. Pattinson was my pick, and then, yeah, the Batman came out.
No balls. Make Danny DeVito the new Batman.
Make him Robin.
No balls. No balls.
Make him Robin.
James Gunn, your move.
But yeah, John Krasinski is so left field. So random.
That one was a random one for sure. That one was random. And I was just like, I don't know. I don't see him as a Batman at all. That would have been a crazy pick. But I wouldn't put it past James Gunn, to be honest. I would think that he would see something in him and he would be like, I could bring it out of you, bro. And Krasinski's going to be like, no, you can't.
No, you can't. I'm telling you, my capability ends here.
I'm going to go do A Quiet Place Part 3 now.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, people are still wanting him to come back as Mr. Fantastic too. I think that was a one and done. I don't think it's happening again.
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
But in other news, we are weighing Disney down, and we're finally making them crumble, bro. We're making them crumble. I'm going to tell you why we're making them crumble.
Why?
We are now getting physical copies of their Disney Plus shows, and you know me.
Oh shit!
I love me some physical copies.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that Disney Plus, when it first launched, they were like, no physical copies, because if we want subscriptions to go up, and we obviously want you guys to come watch our shows here.
Yeah.
They refused to give us a season 1 of The Mandalorian, season 2, nothing like that. There were no physical copies for anybody. Now it seems like they're begging for change, because now we are now getting season 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian on physical copies.
Oh, shit.
We're going to get Loki, WandaVision, potentially season 3 of The Mandalorian pretty soon. This is the Loki box set right here.
That looks cool.
It looks really nice. And then we also have the WandaVision. Where's the WandaVision box set? That one looks really neat. Where are you? I'll Google it for you. But yeah, also a WandaVision box set. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I think I read somewhere that they were gonna try and put out potentially an Obi-Wan and Andor one, but I don't know how accurate that is, because these ones look solid. Like, they have display shit and everything. That's so cool. Like I know the rest of the shows, depending on how you feel, can totally like suck it, but honestly, if I could pick one, I'd get the Loki on DVD. Oh, that's cool. That's the WandaVision one? Oh, wow. That's sick. That's so cool. Like, yeah, if I could pick one, the Loki for sure. I really like that show.
Yeah, that one, I would say even the box set itself looks really nice. And it's going to come with a bunch of like bonus material. Everything's going to come with bonus material that you haven't seen.
A Mando box set with season 1 and 2. That's cool.
Yeah, and one thing that I was like worried about is, like, they said that things that we haven't seen, I was assuming that they were going to put what we seen on Disney Plus into these, but they said it's going to be like that stuff and then more things that they didn't even show on Disney
Yeah.
Plus. So at least you're getting a little bit more value for what you're getting as well. But as somebody who's addicted to physical copies and everything like that, this is a W for me. And I always thought like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have my Star Wars like collection, but I'm not gonna be able to like put the shows or anything in between. You know what I mean? But now I can finally get that, and I'll probably, you know what I have to get? I gotta get the Clone Wars. Gotta find those on Blu-ray. The whole Clone Wars series. That shit's hard. My birthday's coming up.
That would be tough. Anyway, but that's sick. Do they have release dates or no?
Yes, August 28th.
Oh wow,
You could pre-order.
oh that's close.
Interesting. Is there an actual like date though? Because that was just a pre-order. Okay, so Loki first season will be September 26th. WandaVision, the complete series, will be November 28th. The first season and the second season of The Mandalorian will both be released on December 12th.
Damn, they're like Christmas gifts for everybody.
Mm-hmm. They're also going to be doing The Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's going to be one as well.
Ooh.
That seems to be it so far. So, I mean, if we get this, then I guess
The other ones will follow eventually.
Yeah, they're going to have to, especially if they're getting to the point where they're already doing this. And they had said, in the beginning, they said they weren't going to do this at all. This has to say where Disney's at right now.
They're,
what state they're in.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
We got them big bitches in a chokehold and
exactly
hitting the fucking mouse in the
Spill
face.
the DVDs, goddammit.
Shaking the shit out of them until I get every single last Blu-ray disc.
But that's cool. Interesting.
I think it's sick. And then especially like the steelbooks, I love how every single one has like unique fucking new ass art. It's very nice, very different. But moving on, Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa going to be starring in a buddy cop comedy. And now this movie has been in limbo for a while, okay? But now it has a director attached to it with Blue Beetle's own Angel Manuel Soto.
Mm-hmm.
He will now be helming this movie. Now, this movie was in a bidding war from MGM back in. We talked about it a little bit. You probably don't remember it because at the time it was just buddy cop comedy. Nobody was attached to it. It was just a selling thing, and I even thought that nobody was gonna.
It just died out.
Yeah, that it was just not gonna happen. I thought it was one of those that's gonna be put in the back.
Yeah,
but Jason Momoa had signed on. So did Dave Bautista beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everybody knows because of the strike, there's no guarantees. They would have to re-sign the contract because once the union contracts time up, all contracts time up. So they're not legally attached to this movie if we want to get actual legal about it. Mm-hmm. But it seems like they're on board to play it. So with that and having the new Blue Beetle director attached to it, it's closer to being greenlit. It's just about the timing of the strike now.
That's cool. I know this is homie's second movie, right? Second film debut. I could be wrong about that. That's cool. Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista, two of my honestly up and coming actors, like on my list. Like that's sick. I know they're gonna hit it off. Their chemistry is gonna be insane. I know it.
Yeah, that would be his second major movie. That's crazy. We gotta watch Blue Beetle to see how it works out. But for me, great for Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa really, we know he can play goofy, as you can seen in Fast X. Mm-hmm. Dave Bautista, I mean, I guess it's cool to dip your toes in the sand every once in a while and just have fun with it. But I thought he wanted to do more serious roles. And, after Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and seeing that he didn't really get any serious in that one, we seen him at Knock at the Cabin. But what about the other serious roles that he said that he wanted to take? Like, why aren't you... Army of the Dead is one of the more, I guess, serious roles that he has taken too. But I want to see more of that. I don't really think I want to see him, like, in comedy movies. Because he's funny, but I just don't want to, like... I want more for him. I think he's one of the better wrestlers turned actors.
Oh, yeah, obviously. The competition is... The bar isn't that high, but like he's exceeding, But it's more of just like I think compared to the Drax role entirely, anything is better than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, granted, it's what got his foot in the door, I guess, but the way they treated him in those movies isn't ideal. And honestly, he's like you said, he's been breaking down that door. He's been in a lot more roles since then. I think it's time for him to just start honing his skill. Then we've seen him do something serious. I think it's time for him to do something lighthearted, something that actually takes acting, that, you know, and not just a bumbling idiot like Drax was.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is like a nice little a step in the right direction, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you want to look at it that way, I guess I can look at it that way with you too. Because anything with Dave Bautista, I think, is a treat. Like I said, he's one of the better wrestlers turned actors. I think he's a really good actor. Maybe going from roles where Knock at the Camera and Army of the Dead and being able to do these comedy ones outside of the MCU. And who knows? What if, like, you know, this comedy one has a little bit of depth to it too? You know, a little bit of depth to where he has.
And like, who's to say he doesn't play like, I guess, the serious counterpart or whatever, where his jokes are more like sarcastic or whatever, and Jason Momoa is a more playful one. Like, you know what I mean?
I can see that dynamic.
Yeah,
I can see that dynamic.
So I mean, this movie sounds nice, and like I said, I like both of them. So this is honestly a real W. The only thing shaky about it is the director, which is terrible to say because we haven't seen Blue Beetle yet, but I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, we gotta watch that movie in order to see where he's at with all of this, because can't just take him on his word.
Well, no, obviously not. But like at the same time,
and we gotta. I mean, can we use Blue Beetle's box office as, like, in a way, a takeaway?
That's not really fair.
What do you mean it's not fair? It's his movie. Sorry, I got a little hot.
It's not fair.
What do you mean? I
don't think it's fair to him because the weight on his shoulders was already tough as it is. You know, he was just gonna do a streaming movie. Imagine going up to David Zaslav and he's like, "Bro, your movie is that good. We are gonna put more pressure on you for a theatrical release. Can you handle it?" And he's like, "Sure, I got this." You know, and then the way they set him up, or not him up, but Blue Beetle in general, with this year, you know, Shazam, The Flash, and then Blue Beetle, and then Aquaman. I think no matter where they place this, it was kind of doomed this year unless they pushed it back. But I know they didn't want to do that because they need a hit, and they think Blue Beetle was also gonna be that thing behind The Flash. So I think it's just poor timing on this movie's part, and then, you know, all the WB trash. But I don't think it's his fault necessarily. Now, if we see the movie and the directing is bad, and, you know, everything revolving his door or his domain is ass, then sure, blame it on him. But I don't think box office numbers is really his fault, especially since most GAs don't care about who's directing what.
I was gonna say he could have pulled a David F. Sandberg and just throw in the towel with all this, like, weird.
He's just like, fuck this.
Yeah, he could have done that. So I guess in a way we can give him props for that. And yeah, we can't totally blame the box office on him, but at the same time, you know, and I guess there is a strike going on too. But at the same time, Barbie did $1 billion, and you know, with the way DC has been going, maybe if I don't know. Oh, I guess we can't blame it on him. But at the same time, we got to watch the movie in order to.
You know who we can blame, though?
You can blame James Gunn, but we're not going to do that.
I am. Fuck that guy.
Hey, man. Hey. Hey. No. Listen. Got Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder's
word?
Yeah.
No.
Zack Snyder's stuff.
Show me. No.
Yeah. Moving on, though. We have finally been blessed, okay? Yeah. Now, I've been super hyped about this.
Yeah.
We've got a trailer for the new Rebel Moon. You've watched it?
I have not.
Slick son of a bitch.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. The craziest thing is because, well, I was editing Wednesday's episode, but before that, I did turn on GamesCon because, you know, I watch those game shows anyway. Right as I turned it on, Zack Snyder pulled up, and I was like, are they gonna play it right now? Do I watch it? Do I not watch it? And then I was like, no, I gotta wait. So I clicked it, turned it off, and then I never went back to it because, you know, I obviously watching and editing isn't gonna work. But like, I did turn it off, and then when I posted it on our Twitter, again at FilmBros Podcast, I was like, damn, I still haven't seen it. Resisting the urge, and then some fuck replied to it. I don't know if you've seen that. Some fuck replied it with the link of the trailer, and I still didn't watch it. So I put it off for a cool minute, waiting for this time.
Damn. All right. Yeah, me too. I know that my whole feed was like filled with like stills.
Dude,
so
Mercury was blowing that shit up.
Yeah. So like there were some stills that I was able to catch. So it looks promising, the trailer. But one thing that was confirmed for sure is that there will be a video game tie-in that will be releasing on Netflix video game platform. It's gonna be you didn't know that they had video games there?
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen it. You can play like Angry Bird or some shit like that on it.
Yeah. I played one time because I was like, oh well, I mean it's here, but it's or whatever.
It's buggy.
I mean, if this game gets traction, I'll probably be like, oh, all right, give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
But Super Evil Megacorp is gonna be developing this game. It's gonna be a Rebel Moon adaptation. It's gonna take place 2 years after what is part 2 of Rebel Moon, and we also got confirmation on what these movies are going to be called, which will be Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, that will be releasing this year, December 22nd, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Rebel Moon Part 2, and because it was shot back-to-back, because Zack Snyder is a fucking visionary, we don't have to wait because of a strike. They are going to pump that bitch out as soon as possible, unless there is a director strike.
In which case, that's different.
Yeah, that's completely different. But besides the point, Rebel Moon Part 2 will be called The Scar Giver, and that will be releasing April 18th, 2024. So, not too far in between to wait for these movies. This is what Zack Snyder himself calls his version of Star Wars. So, his epic sci-fi swan song, if you will. Like, he really wanted to do this. He was really saying, like,
he got turned down by Disney at one point.
Yeah, he pitched it to Disney. So we're getting a game adaptation, which is insane. We're hearing that spin-offs are going to come out of this movie.
Yeah.
We're hearing that part 3 is going to happen. We're hearing that he's in talks with Henry Cavill to bring him in for a role in part 3. There's so many rumors. There's so much stuff to unpack here. Rebel Moon has been, in my opinion, the most anticipated film of 2023. If there was one movie that I wanted to see all year, it has been Rebel Moon. Yeah. Like I said, I know you guys are hearing Zack Snyder. Look, man, I fucking love his movies. I can't wait for it. But without further ado, we're here with the trailer, Josh. We're here with the trailer. You better not cry. Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you changing the color?
Yeah, we got to set the mood for this bitch.
Oh, damn.
We are going to do...
Let's go. All right. So, Rebel Moon, it's on YouTube. So if you guys want to watch the video, go ahead and check it out there. But this will be our reaction. Josh, are you ready?
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay, let me make sure the volume's good. I got to make sure everything's good. I'm not going to get distracted at all during this thing. Here we go. Ta-da.
Do you know the story of the Princess Issa? In myth, she was called the Redeemer. It was said this child would stop the madness of war. That she was to usher in a new age of peace and compassion. I was given memories of a world I will never see. Loyalty to a king I cannot serve. And love for a child I could not save.
What do you think they want?
Everything.
I found her. Scargiver.
I am a child of war. I was taught that love is weakness. There is a difference between justice and revenge.
There is a price to pay for your defiance. Shh. One moment. I do love this part.
Hold on.
I don't want no trouble.
We're not here to bring any.
Are you ready?
You and I both know fear. Let's show them that we're not afraid. Let's show them we are more than the shackles that bind us.
A king is a man, and a man can fail. But a myth is indestructible.
The time has come for all that you love. Protect each other and show them no mercy.
Who among you is willing to die for what you believe?
Damn.
Fucking epic.
That looks sick.
Very good. Look, man. I want to hear your thoughts, bro. What do you think?
That looked insane.
It looked
actually.
crazy for a Netflix movie.
Yeah, they pulled out the stops for this, man.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, you know, DC stuff aside, right? WB is gonna eat their fucking heart out when this movie comes out. I know it. You know what I mean? They're gonna know that they fumbled. I'm telling you, this movie's gonna do wonders.
Not even this movie. I would say this trailer and this potential for part 2, part 3, the
Whole-ass
spin-offs, the
universe.
game. If this successfully kicks off, which we know this movie's not gonna go without its haters and those people that are just there to fucking talk shit, bring Zack Snyder down, blah blah blah.
They're still
whatever.
gonna watch it. They're
They're
still
still
gonna
gonna
hit
watch
the
it.
numbers.
Now, this is Zack Snyder's second, third movie? No, because he didn't direct that Army of Thieves.
He didn't?
No, it was
He just wrote it?
He produced it.
Oh.
But it was the person that directed it was the star. The guy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is his second movie for Netflix. This is technically would be his second universe, which sucks that he's distracting himself from the original one that he started.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the one that made Netflix go, hey, you know what? You did such a good job with this one. Let me show you. Let's do this one.
Yeah.
Let's get it started. So with that, you're right. WB is going to see this and be like, we fumbled that shit. Why didn't we look at closer at what was going on? Jeff Johns, Walter Hamada,
Yeah.
Josh Whedon, wherever the fuck he is. I hope,
Riding in a hole somewhere.
I hope he's with Zachary Levi in a hole somewhere. Like, they are all going to see. They probably saw this trailer and they were just like, fuck!
Yeah.
Fuck! What I do?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man.
Fuck, man.
And you're right. All the beef aside and everything like that, this trailer, the moves that he does shows what kind of director he is. Because he doesn't need to succumb. We've already heard like all that beef shit that, he has his own side to the story and he's never going to talk about it because he's respectable that way.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yes.
He would rather show with his work
Mm-hmm.
that what he can do when he has actual creative freedom,
Yep.
when he's not hindered by these fucking suits that, oh, we need a cinematic universe tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. No. Give him time to work. Give him time to cook. And he's making you some fucking bomb-ass fettuccine Alfredo fucking fire-ass food, bro. You don't let him cook. You're still going to get some good-ass food, but it's not going to be to everybody's liking it's supposed to be.
Like, do you want the food from Gordon Ramsay or from his under chef? You know what I mean?
That's basically
the
it.
best way to put it.
It's kind of like those videos when people go to Salt Bay's restaurant and they don't get Salt Bay. It's just some random dude cutting your meat and feeding you, and it's not actually Salt Bay.
Yeah. It makes you like, what the fuck? I paid for all this experience. Give me the experience.
Yeah.
Oh, man. WB. It's going to be a tough ride for y'all because while y'all got, all the Superman stuff aside, James Gunn beef aside with me, you have a universe struggling to get off its feet still. And this one is going to take off. You know what I mean? Immediately, whether it be because the Snyder cult, quote unquote, whatever,
Look, if this movie takes off on the Snyder cult alone, that isn't like, that makes sense. It's not like Zachary Levi be looking in the crowd like, yeah, they're laughing. It's Zack Snyder. If he's able to, because Zachary Levi fans, if they loved them, Shazam 2 would have been 800 mil or more, or 600 mil or more. Zack Snyder, even at his worst with the DCU, was raking in $800-900 million. That's with people controversy, BVS nonsense, blah blah blah, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's gonna draw in numbers. He's drawing in tickets. His movie's gonna do numbers. Most anticipated movie.
Netflix swooped the gem up, man.
If y'all heard me say that Asteroid City is, if y'all heard that review, I'm just saying it has some competition right now. 100%. We're gonna have to see when this movie comes out, and we have a short amount of time to watch it and do a review. So,
and then ranking after that.
Yeah. What? We're gonna rank it on. It's the first movie.
No, we're gonna rank it on the on our list.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. The top 10
for the 2023 list.
Damn. This movie's gonna be like
the 22nd.
It's gonna have
Christmas and all that aside. We probably won't even push that out to like January, depending
when this movie comes out.
Well, that ranking I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that's probably gonna be like mid-January or something like that. But this movie's gonna have like what's it called? That freshness effect where it's gonna be fresh in your head, so you're gonna be like automatically.
Dude, it's gonna be so fucking. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And if it takes off, which I have no doubt it will, WB is gonna have a tough time eating their taking back what they did to him, to this man, The
cinematography looks great off the
shit
trailer alone.
Sick. Like that scene with the robot and the blue lights, that looks fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait. With that, let us know what you guys think about this Rebel Moon trailer. Let us know if it's on your guys' watch list, or let us know if you guys hate Zack Snyder, and if every time we talk about him, it just sounds like it is what it is. With that, that's going to be our last topic of this episode. Mm-hmm. If there's something that we should have been talking about that we haven't, a movie you guys want us to review, you guys want to support us in a big way, you guys want to catch up on all the tea and all the episodes that we have, Josh, let them know where they can let us know.
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at FilmBros Podcast. Post when new episodes are up. You can hit us up there for any news or movies you want us to cover over there. So go ahead and do that. We will gladly take in your options. Listen to our older episodes. Again, we mentioned that we did a review on Asteroid City. You can listen to all that on anywhere you get your podcasts. That's Apple Podcasts, that's Spotify, that's YouTube Music. Anywhere you get them, we're on a bunch of sites. So go listen. Subscribe to our little Buzzsprout page. Subscribers get special perks. You help us out. And like I said, you get special perks and things that other people that aren't subscribing don't. And then when it's all said and done, subscribe to our YouTube at FilmBros Podcast.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys on the next one.
Talk to you guys later.